Hey gamers! Today I'm thrilled to present the top 10 must-play games that will take your gaming experience to new heights. The first game is Horizon Zero Dawn. It is a 2017 action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Horizon Zero Dawn is the first game of the Horizon video game series. The plot follows Aloy, a young hunter in a world overrun by machines who sets out to uncover her past. Exhibiting the behavior of wild animals, some machines are inclined to move in herds and others, with the ability to fly, do so in flocks. The player uses ranged weapons, a spear, and stealth to combat mechanical creatures and other enemy forces. The second game is Assassin's Creed Mirage. It is an action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft. The game is the 13th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series and the successor to 2020's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Set in 9th century Baghdad during the Islamic Golden Age, in particular during the anarchy at Samarra, the story follows Basim ibn Ishaq, a street thief who joins the Hidden Ones to fight for peace and liberty against the Order of the Ancients. The game is set principally in the city of Baghdad, which is divided into 4 districts: the Round City, Kark, Abbasiyya with its House of Wisdom, and Harbiya, but also features several smaller towns like Anbar, located on the outskirts of the city. Alamut, the fortress headquarters of the Hidden Ones, is also featured in several missions, but is inaccessible outside of the storyline. The third game is The Last of Us. It is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog, a remake of the 2013 game The Last of Us. It features revised gameplay, including enhanced combat and exploration and expanded accessibility options. Players control Joel, who is tasked with escorting the young Ellie across a post-apocalyptic United States and defend her against cannibalistic creatures infected by a mutated strain of the cordyceps fungus. The fourth game is Far Cry 6. It is a 2021 first-person shooter game developed by Ubisoft. The game is set on the fictional Caribbean island of Yara, ruled as a dictatorship by El Presidente Anton Castillo, who is raising his son Diego to follow in his rule. Players take on the role of guerrilla fighter Donnie Rojas, attempting to topple Castillo and his regime, whose gender they can select at the start of the game. The world is divided into 7 main regions with an array of terrain, ranging from urban areas and dense jungles to mountain ranges and open oceans. The fifth game is Forza Horizon 5. It is a 2021 racing video game developed by Playground Games. It is the 5th Forza Horizon title and 12th main installment in the Forza series. Forza Horizon 5 is a racing video game set in an open-world environment based in a fictional representation of Mexico. The game has the largest map in the entire Forza Horizon series, being 50% larger than its predecessor, Forza Horizon 4, while also having the highest point in the Horizon series. Players can explore the open world freely, though they can also compete in multiplayer races and complete the campaign mode. The sixth game is God of War. It is an action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio. God of War is a third-person action-adventure video game. It features an over-the-shoulder free camera. Although the previous main installment, Ascension, introduced multiplayer to the series, this installment is single-player only. Unlike previous games, which allowed players to jump freely at any time, jumping can now only be done at designated areas, such as at a rock face or ledge. Throughout the game, players battle Norse mythological foes like dark elves, wolvers, and draggers, as well as Gullvog and the Revenants, beings warped by cider magic, among many others. Valkyries appear as optional secret boss battles throughout the 6 playable locations.
Hold. What are you doing? Now its guard is up. Only fire.
The 7th game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It is an action role-playing video game developed by Ubisoft. It is the 12th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series, and the successor to 2018's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Principally set in the years 872-878 AD, the game recounts a fictional story during the Viking expansions into the British Isles. Players control Eivor Varinsdottir, a Viking raider who, while attempting to establish a new Viking clan in England, becomes embroiled in the centuries-old conflict between the Assassin Brotherhood, who fight for peace and liberty, and the Templar Order, who desire peace through control. The game also includes a framing story, set in the 21st century, which follows Layla Hassan, an assassin who relives Eivor's memories so as to find a way to save the Earth from destruction. The 8th game is WWE 2K23. It is a professional wrestling sports video game developed by Visual Concepts Austin. Like its predecessor, WWE 2K23 features arcade and simulation wrestling gameplay. War Games is featured for the first time in a WWE 2K game, and the Royal Rumble match now supports online multiplayer with up to 8 players. The 9th game is Days Gone. It is an action-adventure video game developed by Ben Studio. Days Gone is a third-person action-adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic open world. The player controls Deacon St. John, an outlaw-turned-drifter bounty hunter who prefers life on the road to wilderness encampments. The game takes place 2 years after a pandemic killed almost all of humanity and transformed millions of others into freakers, mindless, zombie-like creatures that evolve quickly.
Logging camps is even more dangerous. Early on, as the pandemic spread, trainloads of corpses were brought into the wilderness for mass burial. These grave sites are now feeding grounds for freakers, making for some deadly rides and intense horde fights.
The 10th game is Tomb Raider. It is an action-adventure game developed by Crystal Dynamics. Tomb Raider is presented in third-person perspective. Players take control of the series' lead character, Lara Croft. The game uses an interconnected hub-and-spoke model that combines action-adventure, exploration, and survival elements. Players can traverse between the camps and across the island using footpaths, improvised or already available zip lines, and climbable tracks. Many of Lara's moves are carried over from the previous games created by Crystal Dynamics, with some tweaks added, such as incorporating elements of stealth gameplay. Quick time events are scattered at regular intervals throughout the game. Thanks for watching.